What is up, guys? Drewsephr here, and welcome to a very interesting thing. I'm going to tell you a story. That's the whole point of this video, is to tell you a story. And it's about a thing that happened to me over the last month. I said I wasn't going to fucking say that. I know. It's about a thing that happened to me like a week ago, and I've been meaning to make a video about it, but I haven't had a chance to sit down and kind of spill it all out. So that's kind of what this is me spilling it out or whatever. And hey, I haven't posted a video in like 3-4 months. So this is that, I guess. Oh. So, recently I was hanging out with a few friends and some friends of a friend. Friends, sort of. Acquaintances of mine. On 2 separate occasions. Not the same person. On different days within the last week and a half. They all came up. Okay. So it came out that, hey, I've ran YouTube channels before, and hey, that's cool. So we started talking, and on more than one occasion, they both basically asked the same thing in different ways. I'm just going to kind of generalize what happened. We were talking, and they sort of came out and said, oh, hey, like, what do you do? And I'm like, oh, I make Let's Plays and comedy. So they're like, oh yeah, that's cool. We were looking into starting a channel of our own. What makes the most money on YouTube right now? What does make the most money on YouTube right now? I was sort of awestruck by it because I thought to myself, I feel like that's okay. If in the last week, one person, had 2 people come up to him and say, hey, what's the best way we can make money on YouTube? There's probably a lot of people doing that, right? And everywhere you go, every single channel that you look into, they're always going to have these big, like, motivational videos saying, like, hey, get out there because you can do this too, yada, yada, yada. I'm going to tell you something. No, you can't. You can't just go out and start a YouTube channel and make $1 million. You cannot just go out and start making a sustainable income. That's not how it works. And if you think that that's how it is, then you should probably do your research because it's a little misguided. You're not going to make $1 million on YouTube. But that does not mean that you shouldn't fucking try. There's like 10 million people on YouTube. Maybe more, maybe less, I don't know. But the people who have already made their money have made their money. They're where they are because they put the work in. Yeah, some people probably went out and they're like, oh, I'm going to make $1 million, and then did it. That happens. I'm not saying it doesn't. But if the statistic is, 1 out of every 100,000 people that does it that way versus 10 out of 100,000 people that does it just hey, we're just sort of falling into it because we do stuff we like. I don't know. I guess the point that I'm trying to make is there is already a very large, we'll say, bucket of water on YouTube that is people already doing that, right? That are doing it that way. Be oil. Oil just sort of sits on top of the water, I guess. I don't know. It's not the perfect analogy. And if you put enough oil in it sinks to the fucking bottom, whatever. I'm not saying break the mold entirely because obviously water and oil are very different and the viscosities don't add up and they don't mix together. But if you go in, just to have fun, you've already done a little bit different than what seems to be a lot of the majority of YouTube has done. We already have enough people out there who are blatantly just trying to grab money. Why be another one? Have some fucking fun with it. You already go to school. You already go to work. You already do these things to further your career, your life. Let this be a fun thing that you do that you share with other people. Don't go into it expecting only to make money. If you want to start a show, if you want to do something, there's nothing wrong with that. But I don't know. I guess I'm just trying to give some people food for thought. I don't know. Austin and I ran a channel for 3 years and we only made You can't? What's that? No? You can't say how much? Oh, really? Huh. Who knew? It's a slow process. If you put the time in, you get out what you put in. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's a lot less. I don't know. I'm just trying to give some people food for thought. Be oil. Be a little different. Don't just follow the same mold. The molds are there because they've worked for people in the past, but if you just follow in the same footsteps, you're only making the footsteps deeper. You're not reinventing the wheel. That was a really bad analogy. I'm bad at this. I need to just write this shit out. I don't know. You get the idea. Just have fun, you know? Whatever. Bye.